どれがあなたのですか？
Which one is yours? Which one is yours?
どの道を行けばいいですか？
Which way should we go? Which way should we go?
どの本が一番いいですか？
Which book is best? Which book is best?
どれがあなたのですか？
Which one is yours?
どの道を行けばいいですか？
Which way should we go?
どの本が一番いいですか？
Which book is best?
どのカップが空ですか？
Which cup is empty? Which cup is empty?
どの道がそこへ続きますか？
Which road leads there? Which road leads there?
どの映画を選びましたか？
Which movie did you choose? Which movie did you choose?
どのカップが空ですか？
Which cup is empty?
どの道がそこへ続きますか？
Which road leads there?
どの映画を選びましたか？
Which movie did you choose?
どの色が好きですか？
Which color do you like? Which color do you like?
どの席が空いていますか？
Which seat is free? Which seat is free?
どの電話が鳴っていますか？
Which phone is ringing? Which phone is ringing?
どの色が好きですか？
Which color do you like?
どの席が空いていますか？
Which seat is free?
どの電話が鳴っていますか？
Which phone is ringing?
どのルートが速いですか？
Which route is faster? Which route is faster?
どの駅が次に来ますか？
Which station comes next? Which station comes next?
どの鍵がありませんか？
Which keys are missing? Which keys are missing?
どのルートが速いですか？
Which route is faster?
どの駅が次に来ますか？
Which station comes next?
どの鍵がありませんか？
Which keys are missing?
どの曲が流れていますか？
Which song is playing? Which song is playing?
どのホテルが安いですか？
Which hotel is cheaper? Which hotel is cheaper?
どのルールがここに適用されますか？
Which rule applies here? Which rule applies here?
どの曲が流れていますか？
Which song is playing?
どのホテルが安いですか？
Which hotel is cheaper?
どのルールがここに適用されますか？
Which rule applies here?
どちらの側が正しいですか？
Which side is correct? Which side is correct?
どのアイデアがより良さそうですか？
Which idea seems better? Which idea seems better?
どのタスクが優先ですか？
Which task is priority? Which task is priority?
どちらの側が正しいですか？
Which side is correct?
どのアイデアがより良さそうですか？
Which idea seems better?
どのタスクが優先ですか？
Which task is priority?
どの車を買いましたか？
Which car did you buy? Which car did you buy?
どの店が開いていますか？
Which store is open? Which store is open?
どの車を買いましたか？
Which car did you buy?
どの店が開いていますか？
Which store is open?